Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. So today's video should be a fun one because I have some new fabric purchases to share with you guys today. I'm super excited about this. I recently got back from a trip to Dallas. I live about 5 hours away from Dallas here in Little Rock, and my sister and I decided that we thought it would be really fun to go check out the Dallas Warehouse Fabric District. So we did a little bit of research into this and decided to take a weekend to go do some fabric shopping. So I have my haul from that trip to share with y'all today, which I'm very excited about and I hope you will enjoy seeing. I've got my coffee and let's just chat through some fabrics. I have the fabrics from Dallas here, as well as a couple of new pieces from Rifle Paper Company and a new crafting hobby I'm looking at getting into as well, with some materials to show you. So let's jump right in. By the way, how cute is this little hydrangea coffee mug? I found this at Goodwill recently and I just think it is so adorable. It's making me excited for hydrangea season, which should be starting soon. So my sister and I were both familiar with the Dallas fabric warehouses, but we had never been ourselves. I've been to both the LA and New York fabric districts, but never to Dallas, and it's much smaller, but there are some really great places there, and my sister and I were both very impressed. She does more like costuming, both historical costuming and Disney costuming, and then I do more like clothes to wear. So we were both looking for different things, but we were both able to find so many things that we were excited about, and I'm just so glad to know that I have a fabric resource that is quite accessible to me. I'm already planning a second trip with my mom soon, so we're excited to do a little more fabric investigating, but let me show you guys what I found. So the first warehouse that we went to was Fabrictopia, and they specialized more in quinceañera type of fabrics, which were so beautiful to look at, but they did have a few other things as well. And I found one fabric there that I absolutely love. It is this beautiful coral cotton sateen. I think the sheen on this is just so lovely. And I've been really wanting to get a few more solid fabrics in my collection because I don't have a lot and I want to experiment with a few more solid pieces. Usually I'll end up making pieces in patterns and prints, but I want to experiment a little bit more with solids, and I thought this would be a great fabric to start with. So I got, I think, 3 yards of this so that I can make a dress out of it, and I think this would be a really nice fabric to make a vintage pattern out of, maybe a vintage 1950s or 60s pattern. So I'm excited to come up with the right design for this, and I just love this color. Now, all of the rest of the fabrics I bought in Dallas are from Petra's, and this was my favorite of the warehouses because they had an amazing selection of silks. We actually went to this one twice because we were in Dallas over the weekend and we decided we both wanted to go check out the silks a second time. So I bought these in 2 separate fabric shopping trips, but the silks were so beautiful. They had a full table of 100% silk fabrics and they were such good prices. A lot of them were under $20 a yard, which I just don't see online for really good quality silk fabric. So if you were looking for bridal fabric, I think this would be an amazing place to look because they had such beautiful pieces there in the silk selection. So the first fabric that I got is this stunning eggshell silk charmeuse. I've really been wanting it to make a bias cut silk midi skirt, like a slip style skirt, and it's a fabric that I really struggle with, to be honest, so I want to experiment with it, and this was just a better price than anything I have found online. I love this color too for a nice neutral basic piece I could wear with a lot of different things, so I'm excited to try that, and it's just got such a beautiful sheen and it is so soft. And then I also got this blue silk crepe, which I just think is so pretty. I love the color of this, and it reminded me a lot of this dress from Gal Meets Glam back in the day, which I will try to put a picture of in here because I thought that was the cutest dress, but I think it would be so nice to have something like that out of a silk fabric. So I think that is what I'm going to make out of this one. And then this next fabric is the one that I went back and bought on the second day because when I first saw it, I couldn't think of anything to make out of it and I couldn't justify it, but I could not get this fabric out of my head, so I had to go back and get it. So this is a silk taffeta in the prettiest lavender color, and I just thought this was so stunning on the bolt. They also had this in a coral color, very similar to the sateen that I bought. I really wanted that as well, but I tried to limit myself a little bit. And I just think this is so pretty. It has such a nice kind of subtle sheen to it. And I love this color so much. So when I first bought it, I really wasn't sure exactly what I would make out of it, but I was recently researching patterns and I found a pattern from Vogue Patterns that is a Claire Schaefer couture technique pattern for like a cocktail dress. And in the images, it looks like it's made out of a silk taffeta. So I think that might be what I try to make out of this. I think it could be really fun to explore some of those couture techniques with a fabric like this. So that's kind of what's in my head with this right now. It could be really cute for summer events, and I think just such a beautiful color. And then speaking of beautiful color, the same shade here, I got this linen fabric that is such a pretty shade of lavender, and I thought this would be so nice for some summertime pieces. And one thing that was super nice about this one as well is that it is actually damaged along the side, but it's very wide, so it was discounted to under $5 a yard, which was just so exciting to me. So I think I got 3 or 4 yards of this, and I'm excited to work with this one. And again, I just love this lavender color. So maybe a dress or maybe like a 2-piece set out of this. Let me know what you think I should make from it. Now, the last thing I bought at the warehouses is not fabric, but it is a little finding, or maybe you would call this a notion. I don't exactly know. This is a little buckle clip or belt buckle, and I actually have a vintage dress that I've purchased recently that you will actually see in my next video if you watch it. And I needed a little belt buckle to repair part of the dress because it was missing one. So this particular warehouse, I can't remember which one it was, but they had a lot of vintage trims and vintage just pieces like buttons and things like that. So I found a bunch of these. This was the only one I found that wasn't missing any of the little gems though, so I was glad to find one that looked good, and this is going to be perfect for that project. So I'm very excited about that as well. I will try to list the name of that particular warehouse here on the screen since I can't think of it right now, but I just think this is such a pretty little piece. So that's everything that I got at the fabric warehouses, and I'm really excited to use all of these pieces of fabric. I think I definitely could have gotten more, but I tried to limit it to things that I actually had ideas for. Even though I didn't have an idea for the taffeta yet, at least an idea has come to me, so that's a good thing. But my sister and I were both very impressed with the warehouses. We had read that they had all been affected by a tornado recently, I think in the past year, as well as had some struggles from COVID, but it was great because it was good to see people out shopping, and they seemed pretty busy. And again, just really nice people, very informative, and really fun experience overall. So I would definitely recommend if you are looking for fabric in the Dallas area. Now, I have a few newer fabrics from Rifle Paper Company, and if you follow me over on Instagram, you will have seen these already, but they were very kind and sent over some pieces from their Vintage Garden collection, which is their most recent fabric collection. So I have 3 fabrics to show you today. The first one is this beautiful rayon. This is the Estee print in cream, and I believe they have this one in navy as well. I love the pattern on this. I think this is going to make the cutest dress. So I have some ideas in mind for this one that I will definitely be sharing soon. And then this one is one of their quilting cottons. This is the Marisol print in pink. And how cute is this? I saw they had this in blue and white as well as the pink, but something about this pink and coral just really drew me in, and I love it. So I already have a pattern in mind for this one for a little blouse that I think is going to be so cute. So that'll be on the channel hopefully before too long. And then this last one is one of the canvas fabrics. This is a cotton and linen blend, and this is the peacock print in cream with metallic elements. And I actually have a piece of furniture that is in this fabric, so I thought it would be really fun to work with making some pillows or home decor from this same print. Let me open this so you can see the full design. So there's little peacocks and then also these floral elements, which I think are so pretty. And I have this on an ottoman, which I absolutely love. So I think it'll be fun to incorporate into my decor a little bit more. So let me know if you'd like to see a video on any type of home projects, because I can definitely do that when I cut into this fabric. So that's it for fabric, but I recently have been bitten by the needlepoint bug. I've been following a lot of creators on Instagram and TikTok that do needlepoint, and I have never tried it. I used to do cross stitch, and I've done some different types of embroidery, but I thought needlepoint just looked like fun. So I picked up a couple of canvases. Now, one thing that I did not realize about needlepoint is that the canvases are very expensive because they're hand painted. So I would definitely either watch for sales or try to maybe learn how to paint them yourself. I don't know, they were quite expensive, so I was surprised by that. So I picked up 2 just to start and to learn, and I have not started yet because I wanted to show you here first. But this first one is the Ralph's Coffee coffee cup, which I just think is so cute. I went to this coffee shop in Chicago in December, and I have this idea in my head to decorate my eventual kitchen kind of themed around Ralph's Coffee, and so I got this with that in mind. So I just think it's a really cute design, and both of the canvases I got are from Penny Lynn Designs. I will link to them down below. And then this other one is just adorable. They have a whole set of the original American Girl dolls, though they don't have Josefina, who was my American Girl doll. There's always Josefina erasure going on, justice for Josefina, but I did get Felicity Merriman. My sister Felicity is actually slightly named after Felicity the American Girl doll. So I thought these would be so cute to make into little Christmas ornaments. So I'm going to see how it goes, and if I like the process of doing needlepoint, I will get some of the other ones as well for my Christmas tree, and I just think it's so cute. So getting into the idea of needlepoint led me to find a needlework shop near where I live that was so much fun to explore. My mom and my sister Jessica and I all went to visit it recently, and I picked up some wool to do the Ralph's Coffee one in. So I got all of these, just cream and then the dark green. And then I also got some tapestry needles, and the people there were so nice, and it was just very fun to go to a whole shop dedicated to cross stitch embroidery and needlepoint, and they had so much in stock, which was amazing. I couldn't believe how much variety of merchandise they had in that shop, so it was very fun to explore. So now that I've showed you this, I can get started on my needlepointing project, and I thought it might be a nice alternative to knitting in the summer when I'm not feeling quite so much like knitting. So I'm looking forward to trying it out, and I will definitely update you guys on how it goes. So I think that's everything I had to go over in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this chatty little update into all of my upcoming sewing and craft ideas. I'm really looking forward to working on some new projects soon. Something about the summertime always makes me feel very motivated and inspired to work on craft projects, so I'm excited to jump into some new ones very soon. I would love to hear what you all are working on in the comments below. Are you working on any sewing projects, or do you have any new crafts or hobbies that you're trying? I would love to hear all about it, so please let me know in a comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would go ahead and subscribe by clicking the button down below this video. It would be great to have you along for all of my future videos. And if you'd like to keep up with me outside of YouTube, I'm on TikTok and I'm on Instagram, and those are always linked in the description box down below. I will also make sure to link to any of the fabric shops that I can find online, as well as any information about the Dallas fabric warehouses if you'd like to check that out as well. That will all be down below. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time chatting all things crafts here on my channel today, and I will talk to you in a new video very soon. Bye!